Tell me when.
Whenever you're ready.
Hello everybody. We are getting our feet well and truly wet. Now, we're in a place that is incredible. We've never been to a place like this, not for the range of stories and not for what this is. Because people live in some houses up at the end. There's housing estates over there, about a third of a mile, maybe a little more. We're in a place that was pagan land for 40,000 years. 40,000, dig it, 40,000 years.
Ooh!
What was that? What was it?
I have no idea what that was there. I thought
Don't.
something white went.
Something white moved across the river. Kenny's camera hopefully will have got it. I would have got that. Down here, just to the side, is a river that's about 3, 4, 5, 6 feet deep. And Kenny is 8 inches from the edge of it. So be careful, Ken. And along here, I don't know whether you can see, it's the river essentially ran, oh, it is slippy. They've got algae and stuff under your feet here. Yeah, just got that. Let me tell you the whole story. We're on pagan land. Now, many, many, many years ago, this land, or part of it, was land used by a woman called Margaret Selby. Margaret Selby is better known as the best known witch in all of the north, Meg of Meldon. And some of the members of her coven lived here. And she used to come and she created, like witches do, next to rivers, because rivers, they're the home, they're the beginning, they're the birthplace of all life, water, sacred. She created a grotto right here. Now, what people don't know, you hear about Meg of Meldon and you think, well, what could she possibly have been like? She was a miser. Well, if you're a miser, you've got to have money.
Yeah, of course.
Otherwise, you can't be a miser. She was a rich woman living in a stately home. Her son became...
Here's a car.
Oh, hang on a second, let's get out of it. Oh dear, there's an edit. Okay, sure. It's a van.
A van.
Asda delivery. Can you believe it? That's real. That's real life. Hang on. Is it that one? Is that Asda?
It is.
It is Asda. There you go. And I don't mind Asda, but I once got knocked over by one of the Tesco delivery vans, and I rang them to complain, and they said, I've just been knocked over by one of your vans. Says, do you want to order anything? An ambulance. I was literally knocked on the floor and almost knocked down. Back door of the old radio station. Anyway, right.
Soaking wet.
Meg of Meldon. So talking about misers, you can't be a miser unless you got money. Yeah. And she was a rich, wealthy woman, married to Sir John Fenwick. Her son became Sir William Fenwick and inherited all of the property because his brother got killed in the Civil War at Marston Moor. Now, William Fenwick was a captain in the Royalist military, but after they lost to Oliver Cromwell in the New Model Army, for some reason, Oliver Cromwell forgave him. You can have all this land and all this money. I forgive you. You made a mistake, that's all. So, money always does it. Now, Meg of Meldon would come down here to hold ceremonies in what they called Meg's Grotto. Now, this is just this bit here. And up beyond the trees that Tony won't be able to show you because he's too wimpy to get his feet wet.
Kenny's got his camera there.
But no, you keep saying that. So it's in there. Can you see in that, Kenny? Light it up so that everybody at home can see it. Do you see how there's a grotto there, though?
Yeah, it's in here.
And if you can imagine these trees not here, they would come down to the river, and you'll see there's pieces of wood down here, and they would sit and they would do blessings. They'd, hang on. Where's that noise come from? There must be another road.
Sounds like a train.
There's a couple of different noises I got there, man.
So did I. I heard a kind of rumbly.
Sounds like a train.
But anyway, Kenny's getting the grotto, and there's the river. Do you see the river? So if ever you needed to get away down the river, you go straight down there, light that up, Kenny. It's amazing. And you can see it goes for miles down there.
It really does.
Now this is the River Line, and there's amazing stories attached to the river. Not the river here, but the river a bit further on, but I'll tell you about them later. Now, what's what? What have you picked up? What the hell is that?
Was somebody walking there? No, that was somebody walking, wasn't it?
I don't know.
With a reflective top on.
Well, it's possible. Could be the guy from the Asda. Now, Mega Meldon, she ended up dying. She's buried in Newminster Abbey in Morpeth, outskirts of. And it's said that her ghost is regularly seen sitting on the end of her coffin with her head in her hands because she's not making money. And it was all about money, even back then. To join one of Meg's covens, it was said every time she held a gathering, a Sabbath, and she held many a Sabbath in this grotto, this amazing grotto. And it is amazing because they built. People who are not pagans don't respect, whether you like it or not, the faiths, especially if they're faiths they've been told were bad and they shouldn't have anything to do with. And you have to remember, thousands of years, and then after the birth of Christ, 600 years, in the middle 600s, this part of the world became totally Christian. And the only way you could become totally Christian is by forcing out the pagans, and if they had land, you take the land from them. That went to either the richest person who owned most of the rest of the land, or the church, now the second greatest landowner in Britain. And these pagans were forced out. And if you read your history books about the old pagans, they will tell you they were exterminated. They were wiped out. Now, whenever you look up, what did they do to witches? They say, oh, well, they only killed a few thousand. They killed far more than that. But pagans, they didn't even write down when they killed them. They just killed them, took their homes, wiped out their families, murdered, raped, butchered, forced them out the country. And they left in hordes to Europe, hordes to Ireland, where there was a little bit more acceptance for alternative faiths. But here, and be careful, Kenny, don't go off the edge. No?
No.
Well, because you can keep going. I didn't see the figure. I saw something black just move.
I just walked down there. It had like reflective things on it. Walked down that little pathway thing there. Like
Well, it is possible that somebody from the house heard. We're already getting a bit jumpy because this is a hell of a place. Now, the interesting thing is... Did you hear voices there?
Yeah. I keep hearing...
Did you hear the voices, Tony?
I'm not sure. I can hear stuff.
Something walked down there, man. I mean, whether it was a bloke with a reflective top on, I don't know, but somebody definitely walked down that little... There's like a pathway there.
Well, maybe they just saw that... I heard what we're doing. I have no... Well, there's houses there.
But why would there be a reflective like top on?
I have no idea. But what they say about this is that if you wet your hand, it gives you a sore, yeah? You got a sore, yeah?
After last week.
Yeah, absolutely. So there you go. Now, that should heal his sore, yeah, because what they say is that Meg's grotto, the water was healing water.
Right.
Now, it doesn't look particularly healing, especially if you look at the colour of it in there, or in there. But they say that the water is healing. But the thing that I want everybody at home to pay attention to is that apparently when Meg was on her deathbed, she told her coven to protect for all time her grottos. And she had grottos in various places. Now that meant the... Oh, Kenny, just listen. You know, I've got the script in my head. You've just seen something dark up there.
Yeah.
Meg, on her deathbed, said to everybody, make sure that my coven protects my grottos for all time. And it's said that if you come to one of her grottos, in the woods all around are members of our coven,
Man, you could believe it.
hidden in darkness, overlooking to make sure that nobody messes with it. Now, I saw something up there before,
There's definitely some big walks down there.
and Kenny got
I wouldn't
something,
caught that on my camera as well. I wouldn't caught that on my camera.
because this is, whether you realise it or not, a sacred site. And you could imagine strange images, strange dark, it's supposed to be dark shapes, dark shadows moving around in the wilderness. But have you ever come across, and of course when when the road was built, it was signed off by the Christian overlord. This is before it was a road for cars. This is when it became a track. And people were saying, but what about the grotto? And they say, ignore the grotto. We don't believe in any of that. So they put a track right the way through. Now what they said was at first that the track was about this height.
Right.
I mean, literally this high. However, as you can see by this, that's 3 feet. So when the river over, you got another one there, didn't you?
And the noise. I'm going to walk up here.
Go and have a wander by all means. But you see, if you build soil track this deep, and then the river overflows to this deep, it washes everything away. So people were coming to walk up this track, and they'd start plunging up to there. They'd have to wade through it. And if the water was running fast, and it was certainly running faster than it is today, it was easy for little ones to be swept away, or women in large dresses to be swept away. And they say that the price they pay for defiling a sacred site is that Meg's grotto will remain forever. That's what they say. Now, it's here forever. And even the people that live here have no clue. The delivery driver running through thinks, it's just a ford. It's more than a ford. We're at a place called Ulgham. It's called the Forest of the Owl. Just heard a cough to my left-hand side. The Forest of the Owl. In Old English and Celtic, it means owl's nook in real terms. But the village of the owl, Ulgham, and Ulgham's up there, and there's a few nice posh houses up this road. And they have to go through the grotto every day to come in and out. Kenny's busy checking that out. But you ever been in such a place? If you want to come down, check out the grotto. There's a car parking space just up this road, miles away from where anybody ever goes. So give it a try. We're heading up here now. Please come with us. The fact that it was pagan ground for so long, and there's a lot of stories of all sorts of things, but I'll tell you about them when we get to the various places. And usually when I'm doing research for this kind of thing, I'm excited by it, and some of the stories I've heard before, the stories that come from this place, absolutely fascinating and incredible. You're going to love it tonight. Oh, look at this. It's wild, isn't it? In all directions. Are you all right? Yeah. Suffering again?
Still got the cough.
Hell's teeth.
I know.
Forever?
Seems like it.
It does, doesn't it? What we're going to do is, most of our journey is going to be on this side of this bridge. We're going to go up this trail here. Don't know whether you can see it. And there's a bridge here. Now, this is another one of those places, because it's a pagan site. Get yourself across, you go first, Tom. Because it's a pagan site, a lot of people would say that a lot of people would say that it's one of those places that that you see stuff hanging from the tree, and they leave little tributes. Tony, come here. Might just be me. I thought I saw something there. Are you making anything out on camera?
Don't think so.
No?
Not sure.
Not sure
It's
either.
quite dark tonight, isn't it?
No, it is. Let's head along here. Now, they say that if you travel along here for any length of time, you will see little things hanging in the tree. I don't know whether there is here, because last time we were out, we saw a whole pile of them. And along here, along the sides of this river, as you can see, there's a trail on both sides. We're heading up there, right up there on the opposite side. And it goes for about a third mile, maybe half a mile. But both sides are haunted. And they say that this side is said, even though Meg's grotto is over yonder, this side is said to be the witch side. And I know Kenny's coming now.
What about the necromancer here then?
Necromancer makes absolute sense.
Give it a go.
For sure. Let's do that. Oh, hang on, that's perfect. They've made a little table for me. Has nature, thank you. Just to get my hand out. Gives Kenny a chance to catch up with us.
I think he's on the way. I can see torchlight.
Yeah, so can I. Let's
Right.
do this as best we can.
There's a sign up there saying dead or dead slow.
Dead slow. Right.
No, it's got dead or dead slow.
Well, this is the witchy side of the river, apparently. So I think we should have a look here and then hit the other side.
Right.
The river looks dead.
It does, doesn't it?
Probably not, but it looks dead.
It's not moving. It's dull, isn't it? There's nothing.
Look out for things in trees, Kenny.
You can't see anything living in it, can you?
Dead slow, is that right? Well, this is the witchy side of the river, apparently.
Definitely.
So I think we should have a look here and then hit the other side.
Oof, look at that. What's that in there? What was that? Did you hear that?
What? I heard a bang.
Aye.
I don't know
I
where
thought it
it
was a
came.
branch.
Where did it come from?
I don't even know.
I thought it was over here.
I thought it was
I could
over
have been
there.
wrong. I just, because I'm listening to the necromancer.
This is quite creepy, mind.
Talk to me. If you talk to me.
What's that?
What is that? If
like
there
an
is
air-
anyone or anything here, talk to me. Talk to me now.
That's an aircraft, isn't it? Must be.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's a plane. Who is here? Talk to me. Talk to me. With all the trees. Have you seen this, Kenny? How spooky is this?
It really is, isn't it? All of this. You don't know what way to go, do you? Look at that. You don't, do you? You don't know what way to go here. Look at that across there. There's like a clearing across there being cut in.
Yeah, see it.
Look at this.
Look at that. Look at that. Wow. Look at that, Kenny.
What?
Looks like a dead dinosaur. Kenny, look at this. With your camera, quickly. Look over there.
Yeah.
Do you see it? Blackness. If you can see this at home, please. Tony, can you see this? Can you see it?
I can't,
It's
I'm
like
too far behind. You have to rely on Kenny's
it's
camera there.
blocking. There's a blackness blocking the path ahead. Shit. And you. Oh. I've no idea, mate. I've no idea. There's two sides to carry, and as you can see, if you look here, there's lines of cobweb everywhere. Don't fall, for heaven's sake. I know what you like. What is your name? Tell me your name. There's some names in particular I'd like to talk to. Is your name Curry? Curry. Curry. Is your name Curry? Not getting anything. Do you see the parasitic climbing branches up the trees? Kenny, do you see them? Yeah. They look like veins sticking out of madman's brow.
So many noises, what the hell?
That sounded like a train.
It did
I
sound
think
like
it
a
did.
train. We hear them lots.
Oh, look at down there, Ken.
Oh.
Spider right in the middle of a huge web. Can you see it?
Well, oh, just there.
Can you see it down that hole?
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, there's stuff in there.
I know. Absolutely. Amazing. What the hell? Witch, did you hear that? Did you hear that, Tony?
I didn't, but
Clear as day.
it'll be on the
Witch.
mic. Ah.
Is a witch again? Is there a witch there?
Yep. I heard that.
I heard that too. What is your name, witch? Barbara. Was it Barbara? What's your name, witch? What's your name, warlock? What's your name? Talk to me. Be careful up here, Kenny, because this is crazy. Witch. We're getting witch. Death.
What is that?
Well, this is the witch side, so it's a witch shrine.
A witch shrine.
Yeah, well, it's carved out of rock, and the tree's growing into the rock.
Yeah.
So they've made a shrine out of it. Do you see? So you would. Have you got a coin? Have you got a £50 note?
I don't even think I've got a coin on us.
Have you got a coin?
In the car.
Normally I haven't this time.
The only thing I've got's a marble. And I don't even know why I've got a marble in my pocket. I'm going to leave this as a tribute. It's the only thing I've got in my pocket.
This is weird, isn't it?
There's like a kid's game you play with triangles. And you put balls on it and you've got to fill up rows.
Yeah.
Can't remember what the name of it is. But I'm going to put it there. Tony, I'm going to put it on the shrine if you want to catch it.
This is weird.
This is obviously a witch shrine, because we said this was the witch side. So what I'll do is I'll put it up here, on there. It's our little gift. So if anybody comes here, look for it. It's a light blue marble. Move up, Kenny, please. You got a pound? Will you push it even further behind? Yeah, how many times it said witch? Yes, just stick it in the earth. Great. Excellent. So we are offering a tribute of £1 and a marble. Kenny's the rich one. Marble's as good as you're going to get from me this time. It's different when I was working. And you see the spiders up there? Look, you see them? Look at them up there.
Yeah.
Hanging down. Now, I don't think you will ever. And you see what's there? Oh, Kenny, slugs.
Oh, yeah.
Two huge slugs, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Bloody hell.
It's slug paradise over here. Tony, see if you can get them while we get out your light.
Ooh.
And there's slime that's making silvering all over the tree, almost like it's something very special indeed. Woohoo! Woohoo! Do you see the slugs, Tony?
I hear something up there.
You hear something up there?
Yeah.
Can you see if you can catch it with your camera too?
Right, go on.
Go on then.
Am I going this way?
Well, Tony says he can see something.
Yeah, I can hear something.
Up here?
Yeah.
I was getting the feeling up there.
There's a lot of noise.
We're getting a lot of background noise for no apparent reason. Stop. Why do you wish us to stop? We respect you, witch. We respect you. We send you love. And aye. And respect. Come on, talk to us. Look at this. You need to be in the front, mate. You need to go first into the unknown. So many stories here, it's amazing. Look at this. I see how it opens up. Ah, cobwebs. Oh, there's another trail.
Don't know if this is going to last the signal. We'll maybe go on the other side.
We can
Or
go
not.
on the other side.
Oh no, it's fine. I'm just like, if the signal goes, it looks hilly.
Looks like it's going up. Shall we just go that far and then we'll turn back?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I'll let you know if it goes off.
All right, man.
There's a
You're
trail
going to
as
stay
well.
with us. Come on, witch. Do you want to go up there while we go down?
I don't know if it is a trail actually. I think it's just
Kenny, that's as
fallen
far as we're
trees.
going, mate. Are you still there, witch? Talk to us. We're in the witch wood. Talk to us. Talk to us. Oh my Lord. Just said, oh my Lord. Look at that. But everywhere you go, it's
You just finished your sentence off there, amazing.
amazing, she said. We stop here, we turn back. I was told that there was offerings all over the place, but maybe it's the other side. Maybe it's the other side, you never know. Back to you, Kenny. Do you want to go in front? Ow. Come on, talk to me.
A bit uneven, isn't it?
Absolutely. And don't forget, if you see anything, make sure you let me know. What was that? Oh, look. Is that just me? Can you see stuff? Shadows, I know. That's what I was getting. Look at that. Look at it. I know. That's us. She's just said that's us. Are you coming with us then? Are you coming with us? Lead the way, Kenny. Come with us then. We're happy to have you with us.
It's like winter again, isn't it? It's cold, the leaves are everywhere.
Yeah,
Wind, whistling.
for sure. What's going on? Oh. And a witch altar. Don't come across many of them in a lifetime. That's amazing.
So already, we've got like a river overflow on the top of the road.
Oh, I don't know. Was that the same noise you heard before?
Sounded like it was up there.
Where was it?
In front of me, it sounded like.
Hang on, I'm turning this off so I can hear. Where was it?
I don't know, in front of me.
Was it up where you thought the last time?
It's like this tree here.
This one?
Seemed like it.
Ugh. Was in front of Tony? Wow. Oh,
What the hell? That was to the left there.
where? Hang on. I thought I'd switch. It could have been the necromancer. I've just realised it's still going.
No, there was something up there.
What was it? A noise?
A crack. You know when you hit the branch crack?
Yeah, yeah. Well, these trails have got no wood on them at all.
That was definitely a noise up there like wood. Like a branch cracking up there.
Right. Ouch! So we were hoping for little Tony.
Spider's web there.
No, come here, Tony.
What was that?
That sounded like at the car.
That did sound like at the car.
Go check it out. Sounded like somebody banging the car. You seen this?
Huh?
What's it say? Has it got something on it? No, there's no name on it. It's surrounded with cobwebs and spiders like that one. What's the chances of that? I expected just to see things hanging from trees, not in trees.
Probably missed a few bits.
Let's walk along the other side of the river just for a little bit and then we'll hit the other side. Let's go down here, see what we're getting. Is everything all right, Kenny? Yeah, we're good. That just sounded like something slapping the car. And there's probably your best look at the river that we could see before. And if we follow it along enough, you'll see it go in a Meg's grotto. Come and join us, Ken. You've got to pay attention to both sides of the trail, Tony, because there's all kinds here. It sounded like somebody slapping the car. Let's see if we can get to the to that pool that turns into He's just walked past this. Have you seen it?
The Gazette.
I
saw that.
It's what's written on the Gazette. Have you seen this, Kenny?
Murder.
Oh, get the specs.
Can I put it on the camera?
1998.
1998?
Yeah,
25
your
years.
torch.
That cannot be right.
It says murder.
Yeah, but it's 25 years ago. Shields Gazettes. Is that South Shields? Must be.
Yeah, well, that's not even close to here.
July the 8th, 1998.
A man was killed after being punched to the ground in a busy shopping street, King Street, South Shields.
25 years ago.
Random.
Why would that be there?
Random.
It's obviously been there a while, by the looks of it.
I don't think it's been there, what, 40 years?
No, 20, well,
20
25.
Well, 98 or 25 years.
Be soaking and,
The first rain would have finished it.
yeah.
That is so random.
What the hell? Paper couldn't have just blown on a tree with murder on and from 25 years ago.
There's that train noise again.
Why is the Shields Gazette?
Or is that a plane?
That's just can't be right, man.
I think
You
it's.
put that there, most of them.
Well, I'm trying to find where the water goes across the road. Is that it there? That's it there. This is the grotto down here. Because there's the rope that goes across. Do you see it? Do you see it, Tony?
Yeah.
Hope everybody at home can. So this is looking down on the grotto. So when Meg was doing her thing, apparently she had members of her coven on both sides of the river hearing her talk. And of course, the river would be going through her, through her feet and what have you. But there's that. What's it? Kenny, you're hypnotised, man.
That doesn't make sense, though, does it?
I just thought we would come this far, just to the grotto, Tony. What's all the white things?
For the cars.
Oh, it's car. Oh yeah. Of course it would be.
Doesn't make sense.
No, not at all. Right, let's get back to the other side, where most of the stories are, and there's a lot of them too. So please bear with us. Plenty tales to tell. That's just. We're just going to leave it there. Will it be there in another 25 years? That's the question. Bizarre. So Margaret Selby, Megan Meldon, and along this river there's said to be water sprites. Don't know, they're called elementals. Water wispies they used to be called back in the day. They come from the pagan word spriggan. They can fly, they can breathe air or breathe water. And when we get to the bridge, I'll share with you an ancient rhyme about them right here from this part of the world. And right, so we're on the bridge. Here we go. Now, stop in the middle and look left, because that leads down. Kenny, I need your torch up here, if you don't mind. Now, as you can see, even just I just put my hands on the rail here and look at all the cobwebs with a little spider hidden in the corner of it. Now, if you look down the river, this is one of the places that's got a history of water wispies.
Right.
Now, do you remember the other week we saw something in the river that lit up, and then we saw it up in the tree?
That's right, yeah.
And do you remember another time, Tony, when we were, it was around Christmas, and the entire tree was lit up like it was on fire?
Oh yeah. Like there were flashlights.
Yeah, but they
Kind
weren't. So light up where I'm lighting up, so we can double bubble, so that everybody at home is able to see what we can see. And this is one of the places where these water wispies, these elemental spirits, some people call them pixies, fairies, but they're. Oh, did you see that?
Something moving there.
Moving on the tree.
There's that noise.
On the tree.
That was the noise.
What was that?
It was the bridge.
It's the bridge.
That was the noise.
Well, not the car.
No.
That is the noise.
So something must have come across here then.
Yeah, because we were all down the other side.
That was the noise.
But there is a rhyme about this place. And it goes, come and see them as they dance and dine along the banks of the River Lane. And this is the River Lane. So you've got to keep your eyes open for strange lights moving, wispies, fairies, elemental spirits, but energy. And you can absolutely believe it in a place like this, can't you?
Yeah.
We've already had weird.
Weird.
Did you see the dog in the tree?
No? Are you kidding me?
Just walk along here. I'll just show Kenny, because Kenny obviously has
A dog in the
There's a
tree.
dog in the tree.
What, like a drone?
No, look, just there.
Dog in the tree.
You see the little black dog in the tree?
No?
No, there, between the two things in the middle, just there. Up a bit, there you go.
That's a dog.
It's like a pug.
It's a dog.
I know that I was told that the pagans came here and made offerings. We have already, because we're well behaved. It's a dog in a tree. So now we're going along the official trail.
Well, it's a good time to split the stream when we
What?
broke
Oh,
here.
oh, we haven't started. Honestly, we haven't started. We've got a hanging tree, and it's hanging for a very different reason coming your way. If people would like to join us, Tony, please do tell how can they do it so we don't lose them forever.
Just hit the link in the video description on Facebook or YouTube and you can join us there.
Repeat that again, because some people aren't quick enough, and that was fast for me.
There's a link in the video description, so on Facebook or YouTube, hit the link, become a supporter, join the channel, and part 2 will be available.
Come and join us. This is an amazing place. We've got 2 or 3 key sites on this side of the river. But how can something make that noise without somebody physically being on it?
No one there.
But didn't it sound like somebody just kicking your car door in? It was that noise. That
Hang on, black dog. Isn't that what people say when they've got like depression and stuff? The black dog. It is, isn't it?
I've heard the phrase.
Yeah, the black dog.
They're suffering from the well. Maybe that's a way to exorcise it.
Putting a black dog in a murder.
Now I'm not aware of any murder here. But who knows? Because that murder was in South Shields, King Street. Right, come on, Kenny, lead the way. Up you go. In our experience, and thanks very much if you have stayed with us. Thank you even more if you've just joined us. We love you for that. Thank you so much. We come out pretty much every week to try and do our darndest for you. And this week, we've just found one of those places that's loaded full of great stories. This is absolutely one of them. Can you hear? Remember when we were out last week and it was deathly silent and we heard nothing and we were surrounded with at least this much woodland? Listen to this.
It's picking up now. It's autumn weather.
It's proper. Kenny's off on his own. Good luck to him. Who knows where this is going to lead. Leaving the water behind us, we're taking a few steps away. Oh. I think so too. I think we'd have got stuff today. Kenny, can I tell you what we're looking for? There, many, many years ago, there was a tree in the forest that was grown in a particular way. Now, how you do that is, imagine that turns into a branch, right? And it's going to grow as thick as this. So what they did was, they sculpted it, they tied it so that it would grow. So when it gets up and across, it's perfect to hang people. And there's a story about a family that were murdered.
Murdered. There you go.
Duh. Now, but you've got to look for a big tree like this that completely crosses the path ahead of us. It's along here, and they burnt the tree to the ground. And I'll tell you the full story when we get there, but keep your eyes open for it. These are like little mini grottos in all directions here. And I'm still hearing that bloody noise. I wish I knew what it was.
Trains.
Trains.
Apparently we're just a mile away from...
Thanks everybody. Just reassuring. I wasn't sure whether it was planes or trains. Look at these trees. Kenny, they're just, look at it, look up. You see this? They just go on forever here. And they're totally parasitized. Look, this.
That could be it. Could it?
Too thin. It'll be thicker. It'll be thicker than that. Wow. Oh! Did you hear that?
Yeah.
did that, didn't we?
And that was kind of like a flicker, flicker, flicker. And the weird thing is, we're near the village of the owls,
Right.
and I haven't seen an owl.
No, no.
Not the hint of an owl. Oh. Come on, if there's anything here, let yourselves be known. Ah, hello. This is this now. This is very significant.
Right.
This, come and have a look, Johnny. Do you see what it is?
It's like the source of the water.
It's a natural spring
Right.
that comes down from the hills.
Yeah.
And this is the place. Now, this used to be like 20 times faster flowing than this. Because, have you ever heard of the Great Heathen Army?
No.
It was also known as the Great Viking Army. And Ragnar Badnoch was the leader of the Viking army that landed in East Anglia, and then they spread north, west and east, and eventually tried to conquer the whole land. And they did manage. Obviously we were Viking for 100, 600 years we were Vikings, and this is where they camped. They camped on the River Line on the Great Spring. Now, not so great now,
No.
but this is where it was, and it would go through where we are, and presumably,
And that water would be drinkable, wouldn't it?
or that.
Yeah.
But if they got any sense, they'd boil it.
Yeah.
Or maybe they didn't know to boil it back then, probably. But that's the Great Spring. And Ragnar ended up getting murdered, and his sons, 5 sons, revenged themselves on the armies that did it. So, just a small story, not particularly relevant, but thought I'd tell you. No, it's just there. It's literally just over the rise.
Oh, cobwebs again.
They're everywhere. You better go first, Kenny, because you got the cameras.